Welcome to DreamDasher. So when you make a new game, there are 4 difficulty settings: easy, normal, hard, and nightmare. I recommend normal to start, but since I'm experienced, I'll do hard. And then you can just start the game. Okay, so to open the pause menu, press escape. Then in the controls menu, you can configure your controls for keyboard and controller. And then you can go to the settings and you can change the difficulty and turn off particles if your game gets too laggy. There's also these difficulty modifiers which make the game easier. Now to move, press A or D with the keyboard or the joystick with the controller. To jump, it is X. And as you notice here, if you hold the X button, you can jump higher, but if you just press X quickly, then you jump a very small amount. When wall jumping, move your direction left and right at the same time you press jump, and you can wall jump up these walls. And I'm going to make my way across this room. You can also slide down the wall as shown there. Now you have the dash ability, and with the dash ability you move in a direction and press the dash key to activate it. You can move in a direction and press the jump button and then the dash button to dash over long distances, as shown here. You can also move large distances vertically if you hold the up directional movement and jump and then dash, so as it's shown here. And the longer you hold the jump button, now if you notice, you can see a glow around DreamDasher. The glow represents if you have the dash ability or not, and if you dash, you lose the dash ability and the light goes away. But if you touch the ground again, you regain the dash ability. And this is Nightmare, dun dun dun! Okay, I'll jump up this wall. Okay, now we're here. So to get over this obstacle, you can jump up the wall and then dash here. And this is a part where some people get stuck, so jump up the wall and then dash straight up. And the way to do this room is dash up these few blocks. And this one you have to use your wall slide, and then you can move left to get onto the other wall and then move back right. And then there's a platform right there so you can fall there. So at this point you have 1 heart, and you can attack Nightmare, but at this point he always wins. And now you're in the chase scene, so he's gonna chase you and then you have to run into the next room. If he catches you, then it resets the room and you die. Okay, so let's dash up here, then dash up here. This room is a hard room, but if you jump up and then dash, and then jump up the wall, and you jump and dash up, and jump and dash up, you can get away from Nightmare. For this room, there's many different approaches, but as long as you keep jumping up the walls and then dashing, you will be able to outrun the Nightmare. This room is pretty easy if you take the bottom route. For this room, make sure to wait at the end right here for the nightmare to come, because he can go through those spikes and catch up to you. Sometimes the nightmare will travel through spikes or the dark purple stuff to take a shortcut. And we will all jump up here. Then you can follow or slide down here. By now you should realize if you hit the spikes you die. I show them there, and dust goes everywhere. Now make sure to dash across these platforms and wait at the end, because he may catch up to you through the spikes. Now he just went through the spikes up there, so you can see that he can go through spikes. Now make sure to wait for him up here, because if not, he can take a detour through those spikes to the right. Now jump up these wall and be careful of the spikes up there. And you've escaped. Congratulations. And look, it's a crystal. Now if you collect it, as you've seen, it gives you health, and it's important to collect these because you need them during battles with Nightmare. So here's the second crystal. Since health is important for battles, collecting all the crystals is very important, and there are 14 crystals, and I'll help you find them. Now the third crystal is to the left of that room, and we go up here. Notice how the blocks on the left look different? That's because there's a secret behind them. This is a wall jumping secret, so make sure you're good at jumping up walls. And there's the crystal. Congratulations. Now fall down here. You could also have gone to that secret up through the left. Over there. So the fifth crystal is up here. So you do this by jumping and then dashing up to get up here. The sixth crystal is up here, and we first jump up all these walls. You then fall and then dash to the left to land on that platform, and then you do it again. Fall and then dash to the left. Then you jump up, and you can just fall down to get that crystal right there. So now, since this is a dead end, you go back into that main room. You jump up the wall. And now there's another crystal in this room. So make sure to slide down the wall and you'll see it right down here. You can just like spam dash across the floor in this room. This is a battle, and to deal damage into the Nightmare, go next to him and dash into him. And I will do that in a second. Now as you can see, he does two attacks. One of them is the lasers he shoots, like the one that just hit me. The other one is a fixed laser, which you can see right there. It's also called a locking laser. And you have to get out of sight, otherwise he will zap you with it. As you can see, there's also knockback when you hit Nightmare. And you've won. Congratulations. Oh no, Nightmare has inverted gravity on you, so now you are upside down. And here's the next crystal, right up here. and make it across this room. Now as you can see, there's a crystal up there, and the way you do it is going this way, but then going back across the room like this. Be careful not to jump too high and bump your head into the spikes. Now the way you do this one is you slide on this wall and then come down here. But as you can notice that there's a secret room up here if you jump up these walls. And inside is a crystal. You dash across that gap. Now there's the 11th crystal right there, and to get it, you quickly move left and then right, and then die into spikes. And then you just dash across these blocks to get into the next room. In the next room, you just jump up here, and then you fall into that pit. So in this battle, since Nightmare has gravity control, if you hit him or he hits you, your gravity is inverted, as shown here. He has two types of attacks with the locking lasers and the shooting lasers. And dash into in here. I just got damaged, so he put gravity on me. And don't hit those blue spikes. Unlike regular spikes, they don't kill you instantly, but they do some damage on you. And yay, we beat him. Now you have control over gravity, and if you click the gravity key, you flip gravity. You can also do moves where you dash and flip gravity or jump and flip gravity. Now as you can see, the vapors on the top of the head indicate whether he has the gravity or not, and once he presses the gravity button, then the vapors disappear, and once you touch the floor, you have gravity back. Now the 12th crystal is in a secret room up here, and this one is where you use gravity, and you flip it here, you flip it here, and then you flip it and dash to get the crystal. And yeah, instead of wall jumping, sometimes you can just flip gravity to get up there now. So that's a cool trick. And there's the 13th crystal here, so you can flip gravity and get it. And then walk into the next room. Then dash into the next. In this part, he does a sweeping laser attack, and if you dash through the laser, you won't get damaged. Otherwise, you'll die and the level will reset. So you can dash through the laser, and dash through the sweeping laser again as shown. You can attack Nightmare like the battles where you just dash into him, and you can use gravity to help you with the attacks. And make sure to dash through the sweeping lasers. Now if Nightmare sees you, he'll do the locking laser right here. So you have to go behind walls to hide away from it. And then if he can't see you, he will do the sweeping laser, which you have to dash through. So you have to hide, and then you... Now in this room, make sure to go past the Nightmare instead of attacking him. because if you attack him, then you'll get knocked back into the spikes. In this section, it's really helpful to flip gravity and dash into him. It's also hard to avoid the spikes, so be careful. In this room, you have to use gravity to go around the top or the bottom, like this, and then dash into him. Then you do the same thing for these columns, and then you slide down the walls to attack him. And you can fall up here, but make sure to dash through the laser, and then come on in from the top. It's really hard to avoid knockback in this room, so make sure to be careful when attacking Nightmare. Also, gravity really helps in this room. There's the last crystal to the left, so go over there and then just invert gravity, and you're at the crystal. And this room's pretty simple, so... Now in this room, you just fall up and then make sure to flip because there's spikes in the roof. Now this is the final chase room, so it's hard. So you make sure to invert because there's spikes up there. Then jump up the wall and get him. Don't invert here, you have to jump up the walls because there's spikes up above, so be careful of that. And then you make sure to dash across those spikes, and then get Nightmare. Okay, now down here, you just fall and land him on the head and not get knocked back to those spikes up there. Then you wait for the laser, and then you fall down, and you've entered the next room. This is the final battle, and he operates between two attacks. One is a charge attack, and the other is a sweeping laser. And you have to hide when he does a charge attack, and then attack him when he does the sweeping laser. So during the sweeping laser attacks, he does a few rounds where you have to go find him and hit him, as shown here. And gravity is very helpful in this situation, as well as your dash. Make sure to dash through the lasers. Now he's on his attack mode, so you have to go into one of these corner spots and hide from him. And wait until he goes into his sweeping laser. Now we have to hide again. And now I have to attack him because he's doing the sweeping laser. You can also hide in vertical spaces too. And as an example of what happens when you hit him, I understand. Now when you get under half health, his attacks increase. His physical attack does more damage, and the sweeping laser is slightly faster. And he also moves when he does the sweeping laser slightly. Now in the second phase, when he does the charge attack, then it does much more damage and it's less focused towards you, and he's mainly circling the area. go and hide. Okay, good, he passed us. Oh, now he's here. So let's go and attack him. Then get him down there. Then get him here. Oh, he wasn't there, so he fell into the spikes. Oh, oh shoot, we should have gone and hide because now we got damage on ourselves. And now we're almost done. We're almost done. And that's how you defeat Nightmare and Nightmare on Hard. So congratulations! You just beat Nightmare. Thank you for playing DreamDasher, and I hope you had a fun time beating Nightmare and had a fun time molding. Good job!